It's possible that you will hear a little bit of background noise. I hope not too much, but it's really stormy. It's been pretty stormy the past few days, but I can't stop recording just because of that. Hey everyone, there's a Thecos, and today I got another unboxing for you. I know there's been quite a few unboxings the past time, but that's just a lot of games that are currently arriving, like old Kickstarters, some bargains, some really good offers I discovered. So that's just the way it is at the moment, but I hope that you enjoy these quick and dirty unboxings nonetheless. Today I will be unboxing Ticket to Ride, a game that I've been playing digitally only so far, and I really wanted to have a copy in my collection because I think it's pretty much a must-have for every good board game collection at home, because it's a really simple to get into gateway game that you can play with a lot of different people. So let's take a look at that. It's possible that you will hear a little bit of background noise. I hope not too much, but it's really stormy. It's been pretty stormy the past few days, but I can't stop recording just because of that. So, but I hope it's not too bad. All right, this is the German version, which doesn't matter because the components are pretty much language neutral, so that shouldn't be an issue. So let me open this first. As usual, I only removed the shrink wrap, so I haven't taken a look at the contents of the game yet. So let's see. All right, so here we do have, that's probably the rules. And you see how simple the game is? That's it, right? That's all the rules you get. Because the game is very simple, and I like that. Also, there are different versions of the game, right? So there is then Europe, and I think there are maps for India and Switzerland and whatever, and also the Nordic countries. They all play a little bit differently. They are maybe a little bit harder, maybe a little bit easier. And this one is probably the best for entry-level gamers. At least that's what I've heard. And that's the only version I've played so far, at least digitally. Okay, let's put that aside here. So let's see, that is... Alright, you can get Ticket to Ride on Steam, PlayStation and mobile phones. That is great. I didn't even know that it actually was on PlayStation. I don't know why it's not on Xbox. Well, okay. And then that's just advertisement. Well, yeah, okay, good. Thank you very much. But here we go. We want to get into the game now. So, well, it seems to have an insert here. So that was what I was hoping. Yeah, it has kind of an insert. Nice. Great. So this is the map. I will not be able to show the full map on camera probably because it's too large, right? But let's see what I can do. Give me a second while I unfold it. So this is the map here. Oh wow, that is pretty big. All right, so it is too large to show on camera completely. You can see here that you have the map of the USA here. And it is a really large map, right? It's like 6 parts. It's huge, and you can see here all these little, these colored routes you see here, and these are important for building these routes for you to actually get from point A to point B. So that is pretty cool. Let me just fold that together again because it's just too large to show on camera here, but it's a really large map. Alright, so, and now let's take a look at the rest here. So, let's start with these cards here first. Let me just get a knife to open those. Oh, these are easy to open. That's nice. I appreciate that. Alright, so what do we have here? So these should be, these are the different, I think these are the gold cards, the tickets, like where you need to go, right? So for example, you draw a card and then it says Los Angeles to Chicago. And then you need to go from Los Angeles to Chicago, which is pretty much across the entire country. And you need to find a good route to get there, right? Like you have these you can take like different routes to get there. So that's what you're trying to do. And then you also have the scoring table here. That is pretty cool. And these are all, these are all the tickets here. And then you have also the train cards here, right? I don't exactly know how you call them anymore. I don't exactly know how you call them, but these are then the train cars, so to speak, here, that you need to collect in order to build these routes. So Ticket to Ride essentially is a set collection game, and a pretty good one at that. I really like to play it. It is simple, but it still does have a decent amount of strategy. So it makes sense that it's as popular as it is. So I just had to change the exposure a bit, and here are the other tickets here. So you see there the other train cars, I mean. So you see there is not a whole lot, right? You have the tickets and you have these different trains that you're collecting, and that's pretty much all you have. So you can put these in sleeves. I know of people who have done that, but then they wouldn't fit in here anymore. So I don't quite know how to do that. Probably I would have to take one of these compartments here to do that. Okay, and then what we have is these different train cars here, right? So let's just take, well, let's take red, just because, well, that's the YouTube color here. So there we go. So you have like these train cards, like for each player gets one of these colors here, and then when you have enough cards of the correct color to build your routes, you can then put these little train cards in here on these different routes to build these routes. And that is pretty cool. So at the end you have like a huge map with like a lot of routes with these train cars here. That's great. The only thing that I would have liked a little bit more is if the train cards were not made, if the trains were not made from plastic but actually from wood or something like that. That would have been amazing. But well, that's the way it is. And I don't know, these are just probably extra trains in case you need them, I suppose. I do not quite know. And that is pretty much almost everything. The only thing that's left here is like for each player color you have like these little markers. You use those to track your score around the board. So you use these wooden ones, and it looks like, let me check that. It looks like you will put them in here. Yeah, you just put them in here. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then these probably don't even need to be in the bags here, because you can probably just put them in there. But there is a lot of room still, so I don't quite know what to do with all of that room. I'll have to see how we can rearrange that. But that is pretty much everything that is to the game. You just have these cards, you have these trains, you have the scoring markers, and you have the board. And that is pretty much it. And that is why it's so great, because it's really fast to set up, fast to tear down, easy to teach, because as you saw, the rules are really minimalistic. There's almost nothing in terms of rules here. And another thing that is really great, it doesn't matter in which language you get it, because I mean it is just language independent, right? Because the tickets have the city names on there, but the city names, I mean, they are in the respective language, and these cards don't have any text whatsoever. And here the only text you have here is, well, numbers are pretty much universal. And that pretty much concludes my quick and dirty unboxing of Ticket to Ride. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a pretty cool game that I can highly recommend. I actually found a solo mode, a fan-made solo mode on Board Game Geek. So I will definitely take a look at that. It will be impossible to capture on camera, right? This huge this huge map. But I will see what I can do. Maybe there's a possibility to play that on the channel at some point in the future, but it will not be for a while, because there are different other projects I have waiting for the channel. Alright, and that concludes my unboxing. Thank you very much for watching, in case you're still doing so. And if you enjoyed this video, why don't you let me know by just leaving a comment under the video. That's always like the highlight of my day, to see your comments. And apart from that, I will see you in the very next video. Alright, take care everyone, and cheers.